Good evening everyone and welcome to another tournament stream. Today we're streaming the second day of the EU games. I'm getting a bit confused with the server, so I really have to think about what I'm saying. But yeah, room invite will be up in not all too long, and this is like garage of my press account. This time I'm streaming from that. There's a big reason for that. Like on the press account you can't send me messages, you can't send me friend requests, and it's actually very peaceful to stream from here. But yeah, let's have a look. This is the chart that we have tonight. We are starting with Akvar versus Appa, because why wouldn't you make that like hard to pronounce? And after that, we're following the loser from that match towards either Carno or Phil, and there is the room invite. So there we go. Oop, didn't want to go back that far. Plenty of time still. 7 Urks and Imor have already been knocked out, and today we will be losing 2 more teams. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. I'm actually quite looking forward to seeing these matches. I always do, to be fair. It's kind of useless to say that because I wouldn't be streaming this if I didn't enjoy the competitive gameplay. But yeah, let's go back to the room. We just have over 4 minutes left, so that's plenty of time. I am readied up, so that can't go wrong. We have Every Good Name is taken on the other side. If you're not subscribed to him yet, definitely do so. He makes amazing content and is a really amazing player. So yeah, we are starting it off with Akvar versus Appa. And I'm going to try and pronounce that as best as I can. Mainly because otherwise it's just gonna get confusing in the games when I'm talking about the clans and all. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, and we're just gonna have fun with it. Akvar, new clan, but very well-known players, and Appa is Appa. So yeah, 3.5 minutes just left to go. This is always the boring part. Not much to say, not much has happened tonight yet, so not much to talk about just yet. And basically, we just have to wait for the games to start, and that just always takes forever. But we see Akvar ready in a mouse, a T22 medium, 3 Kranwagens, a 215B and an IS4. And on the other side, Appa is almost ready as well, and they're taking 4 E5s, potentially 2 Kranwagens and a T22 medium. Oh, it's actually become a mouse. And in Winter Malinovka, the mouse can work wonders. Kind of surprised to not see any efficacy, but oh god, the spotting places that they use in the RU on the null spawn to spot what's happening, it's insane. Never saw, well actually I'm not sure, I don't think I ever saw that, to be fair, and that's pretty cool. So let's see, everyone is ready except for the game itself. And in between the matches, we have quite some time, so I will be showing you some replays then. Appa has now exchanged one of their E5s with a TVP. So that's also, no, it's actually one of their crumbs, not sure. Anyway, they're now taking a mouse, 3 E5s, a TVP and a T22 medium, but it might can change. No, it's gone back to a Kranwagen. And considering how I saw the TVP perform, that might be a good choice, to be fair. No, it's an IS4 now. They're not quite sure what to take. TVP, it has potential, but at the same time, once the clip is empty, it is pretty much a pretty easy tank to kill, and then the Kranwagen just has more armor. I mean, it's also got low DPM, the Kranwagen that is. So it's always tricky to take a clipper, to be honest, because once you've got that clip out, you're basically out of the game for quite a bit. And the Kranwagen, at least, is an auto reloader, so it will reload regardless of whether or not you wait for it to fill up completely, or whether you can decide to just lose the shots as you get them. "52 seconds left to go before we go into the first match of this best of 5, meaning that the team that reaches 3 victories first is the team that is going to win this matchup. and that will mean that the loser of the match will go through to the lower bracket. So basically, if regardless of who loses this, they're not out of the tournament just yet. "25 seconds left to go." As said, this is always the boring part. Never have much to talk about and just basically just blab. Very useless things and all. Ooh. Ernest getting moved in at the last minute. Most because the countdown clock has begun and we are going into the very first game of this evening for the EU server, that is. And here we go. Let's see. Yeah, I don't quite believe that, but okay. Let's see. Up and away. These camera controls are going to be the death of me, really. Akvar focusing a bit on the BC area, whereas Appa is doing the same thing. A is basically ignored, you just have F overlooking it. Shots already being fired, but it's a blind shot and it takes no damage. Appa going to hold the corner. Base A is being kept now. Merrick has been spotted. Takes the first shot, but so does Phoenix. And we have two Kranwagens over here. Potentially going to clip. Merrick has to be careful. Kranwagens are arriving. Taking quite a bit of HP away from Marcinek there. And from Phoenix as well. And now they have to reload. And that kind of makes them a liability. But they're not alone. We have F all the way on the other side. Also getting some shots. Not necessarily doing damage with them, but still. And now we have Ernest and Dakidas reloading. General is arriving. Merrick is losing quite a lot of HP here. And once they're reloaded, they're going to have to move in. General is doing just that, taking quite a bit of a hit. Marcinek is the first one out. Phoenix is the next target. Merrick and Dakidas are not looking too healthy. Dakidas and Phoenix both die at the same time. Milos is almost gone as well. General is not looking too healthy. There goes Milos. And Akvar has lost the tank less, but General is being set upon. And they're basically letting him die. Masillo is the next target in line. General has been taken out. The F T22 versus T22. Masikota gets taken out. Osio is now being shot at. Masillo has been taken out. Osio is almost gone. And there's just too many guns. Appa is losing this first match in a very quick time. And that's actually because those Kranwagens were lying in wait. And they got away with clipping and then reloading completely before Appa was taking action. And that's the first match up and over in just over 2.5 minutes. I have no idea what that is, but okay. We'll see later. One and a half minutes left to go before we go into the second match of this matchup. Same map, different spawn. And anything can still happen. It is a best out of 5, like I said, so no real pressure just yet. And teams are getting steadily ready. We have Appa now ready. Yeah, ooh, maybe not. They're still changing tanks here. And there we go. We see 3 E5s, 2 Meise, Kranwagen and a Vickers. And they're going to go up against, not entirely certain yet. But we see a Mouse, a T22 medium, a Vickers, potentially a 205B, 2 Kranwagens and an E5. Because I doubt they're going to get away with the same Kranwagen action as they had last game. And of course, different spawn means different positions, so different tanks generally. But let's see, 40 seconds left to go. Dakada's just unready, might be changing his tank. But we'll see. Yeah, he's taking a Kranwagen now. So 3 Kranwagens, no E5s. That could potentially be tricky, but we'll see how it goes. Because like I said, if once you get that first clip out, it can be very tricky to have a Kranwagen. But it is an auto reloader, so it won't be like completely empty. But here we go, countdown clock has begun. We're getting ready for the second match of this evening. And here we go. Boop, boop. Let's see. Also, for those watching, there's a 5-minute delay on the stream, so anything you ask that I reply to is 5 minutes later. There's no rewards for watching the stream, aside from the gameplay that you see. There we go. Akvar. I'm getting a bit jumbled up there. But now we have Appa focusing primarily on the A side. And General is like, I do not want to be here. He takes quite a bit of hit though. F has also been spotted, so they kind of need to be careful. Base A is being kept. And most of Appa is actually down. Which can be tricky, but General's lost quite a bit of HP just being there. Kranwagen and Mouse have been spotted. Appa is holding. They have a point advantage. And an HP advantage at that. Kranwagens are going away. And Appa seems to be making a push of sorts. Wanting to get shots or wanting to Edgar to overexpose. But Saber gets quite a few hits in there. And Akvar is immediately responding to this. And this could be tricky. They're going to go literally down into the lower floor there. F is a bit tricky position there because he's not the only tank there. Losing quite a bit of HP. Saber is almost gone. He gets taken out. And we have F going after the Vickers. Osio next in line. Edgar has been taken out. Osio is gone. Dagadas needs to not be there. Masio getting obliterated here. And we have Dagadas getting focused. While Wymit goes after Milos, sorry. Dagadas is just driving away. In this case, they can afford to lose a gun or two. And Dagadas is prone to get killed here. But he might get the shot in first. He does. But it's not enough to kill him. And oh, that bounce though. Marcinek has been taken out. Masikota still alive and taken out, and there goes Phoenix as well. And the second match is for Akvar as well. Similarly fast game, almost the same time for both games so far. And that's quite a big difference. Only Edgar died. Very aggressive gameplay overall, but it's kind of like Akvar smelled weakness with the way that Appa was spread out and the position of the tanks. And they just jumped on it and it worked out. 1.5 minutes left to go before we go into the third match. Now there's a potential match point for Akvar. Which means that if they win the next match, then they're up through the upper bracket. And that would mean that Appa is through to the lower bracket. Appa now getting ready in 4 E5s, potentially 2 Kranwagens, and potentially a mouse. They're still changing tanks though. We are moving on to main ruins, a very different map. And we see, there you go, 4 E5s, a Kranwagen, a mouse, and an E100. Versus 4 Kranwagens, 2 T22s, an E5, and potentially a 215B. No, it's an AMX 50B. And there we go. Players changing tanks, but the lineup doesn't change here. Half a minute left to go before we go into the game. And as said, potential match point for Akvar, who's played very convincingly so far. So if Appa wants to take this back, they have a very tough job ahead of them. Let's see. Here we go. Let's have a look. There's my tank actually. It's gonna get blown up soon. And here we go. Speed boost activated on the other side. We have the T22s heading towards the BC area and going more into the middle. I'm actually getting stuck against a stupid building here. And Appa is probably hoping to catch the T22s unawares by all going there. And it's basically, it's a trap. And the F kind of senses that with those 3 E5s getting spotted, and he hightails it out of there. Which is a very good call in this case. General also leaving. And basically Appa can have base C. And they hightail it out of there. But it also means that they will have a point disadvantage here. Because base A is now being capped, but it won't be capped before C is capped. So Akvar is at a disadvantage here. Let's see. Dagada's changing the gate, taking a position over there. Akvar holding in the middle. Appa, sorry. I can see these names. Why do you do this? Base B now being taken by Yimit. If I remember right, that should be Zerd, and Zerd has one for aggressive gameplay. He does this often, like take a forwards position, but in this case, it's literally working for him. And he's not been reset for it, so he might actually make it out alive as well, without losing tons of HP for it. He has, of course, 2 Kranwagens behind him to help. He's not risking actually getting out. No, now he is. The mouse is arriving. And he might take a shot for this. Oh, that's a big hit. That tracking shot was very, very deadly here. Making him lose loads of HP. And now Marcinek is moving in. So is Seba. Tanks are losing little bits of HP. But they mostly want to just take Ymit out. And they might be able to, because there's a lot of Appa tanks over there and they are rushing. Ymit is going to be the first one out. Very well played by Appa, actually making a comeback here. After 2 very decisive Akvar games. Kuma going to take a shot from the E100 here. Base A being stolen. Phoenix has been taken out. Marek is going to be taken out as well. Base B now also being stolen. There goes Kuma. It is 4 versus 6. And though Dakadas is still... but the remaining tanks are relatively healthy. It will be very dangerous. And very difficult for Akvar to pull this back towards them, if they even can. Marcinek taking a shot all the way from the other side. Osiol has not been spotted, but DF is in trouble. He just doesn't know it yet. He's losing a lot of HP here. Standing in a base because he has no choice, but he's going to lose his life for it. And there's nothing he can do about it. Dakudas is almost gone as well. Getting rushed. This was Wolfpack Appa going from tank to take them out. And now only Vano and General are left. And it's not going to be enough. They might take out a tank, but they're not going to win this game. And he doesn't manage to get the tank. Oh, no, he does get it. But the time has already rung. General dies. And the game is for Appa. So now it's a 2-1. Again, still match point potential for Akvar. They just need to win one more game, whereas Appa needs to win 2. But I like that they're making a comeback. So let's see. We see a TVP arrive for the second match on main runes. Which is a bit tricky thing because, well, of course, I don't think they've tested it, so this could be very tricky. Because that means that you have little experience with the tank and you do see the potential, but you don't know the tank quite that well yet. Appa almost ready as well for the potential fourth match in this best of 5. Taking an E100, 5 E5s and a mouse versus 2 E5s, 2 TVPs, 2 AMXs and a Kranwagen. It's a lot of DPM in one go. The trick is that you need to make all the shots count because after that you need to reload. And that's very dangerous. One of the E5s has been changed to an IS-4 on Appa side. But we still have 40 seconds left to go, so anything can still happen. Basically, I see someone ask, what is Akvar? Akvar is basically a mixture of a lot of pro clans. "20 seconds left to go before we go into the match. And then we'll see what happens. Can Appa bring this back more? Or will Akvar take this home? Let's see. Taking those TVPs, it can, well, so many auto-loaders, I should say, not even auto-reloaders, but auto-loaders. It can be very dangerous. It can work out beautifully, but it will be very dangerous all the same. TVPs are heading towards the middle. Basically playing the role of Meds here. But so many E5s. Only one of them gets... Oh, there's the second one. He does get some shots in. But they have to be very careful. Akvar arriving. Dakudas in the middle, taking a big hit there. But this is... It's dangerous because you've got clippers. You've got so many clippers. And it is so important to take the tanks out. Marcinek seemed to be the first one, but now they're not focus firing. And that's even more dangerous. That's a very important miss. Yimit is almost gone. There he goes. Both teams have lost a tank. And now Clippers are reloading. They are getting there though. Milos is still alive, if barely. There he goes. HP being lost quickly on both ends. And now we have the AMX that is reloading. Marek getting set up on is on a clip reload, so he's not going to make it. Masikota has been taken out. General still has 2 shots left. Marek has been taken out. Phoenix is now being set upon. They kind of rotated these clippers quite well, if I may say so. But it is still dangerous. It is 5 versus 5. 5 versus 4. They need to take them clippers out. But they also need to allow... Oof, General is not going to make this. Well, he might actually. General's still alive, but he's going to die. There you go. That bounce though, first. 3 versus 3. One of them is a Kranwagen. Dakedas barely has any HP left. F is still reloading. It is dangerous. It is so close, this. Those TVPs, they are a weakness. OCO getting shots. Masio has been taken out. OCO is out. It is 3 versus 1. Akvar is actually turning this around. Dakidas is probably not going to... No, he does make it. And now base C is being capped while the F reloads anyhow. But there he goes. And that's going to be the end of Saber, and Akvar has it. But this was a close game. But I have to give massive compliments to Akvar here, because they were rotating their clippers. They weren't using them all in one go. So while one had just finished his clip, the other would be almost reloaded. And that was extremely clever. And I have to say, absolutely love that. I haven't seen that kind of gameplay on tournaments yet. Because most of the time, people finish their clips and then they're out of the game. But they do it at the same time. And in one side it makes sense, because then you have to get the shots in at the same time. But on the other side, then you have multiple things out of the game. And this rotation, the way that they played this, like, mwah, perfect. Absolutely, like, kudos. You may see... Ooh, oh, hello. And this is a press account, so I don't actually play it here. But you can understand, hopefully, that that basically got me excited. Because you don't see that very often, that kind of stuff. Oh, thank you. Pancake avatar. This is actually so bad, because this was pointed out to me. The avatar that you see here doesn't actually look like the avatar that you see here. See that? It looks so much more vibrant. And it also has a purple background and all. Whereas this one looks a lot flatter and has a blue background. So that's kind of sad. But yeah, that was the first matchup of this evening, and what a matchup it was. Let's have a look how the other match has gone. No, we already saw them. EG. How did you do, guys? Still going, so we don't know yet. So okay, I'm going to show you some replays between now and the rest of the tournament. We still have quite a bit of time. So I'm actually going to start it off with a tier 10, namely a TVP replay. Got nice from, like, replays from all of the new tanks, so it's actually kind of nice to show that off on stream. I kind of want to free XP this, because I have my free XP up to 9, to be fair, but still. But I don't like this camo. Just meh. It kind of looks like someone had, like, some bowel movement problems, let's put it that way. So let's have a look. Here we go. Thing is, it's such a lovely tank though. That's why I want it. I like ultra reloaders. I like ultra loaders. It works for me. No target. He can't shoot. There you go. And another one. That was a blind shot. And he still gets that one in as well. Somehow the Leo didn't manage to shoot him, which was peculiar, but okay. If, by the way, you want to ask me any questions, you need to ask in English. I cannot speak symbols, I don't know Russian. So I'm afraid that I have no idea what you're saying when you say that. Yeah, you shouldn't have overextended like that then. There we go. But he's still been taken out. And that's the end of the Leo with a nice high roll. Let's see. Nice 4 over there. I'm giving him the evil eye, but unable to shoot him. And there we go. He will take a hit in turn, but like he's dished out quite a bit of damage already, and then he's just like, yeah, let's not be here, I'll just go away. And the Icefall gets shot some more. Nope, denied. E4 has been taken out. Nice hit. E4 not too happy even though they're winning and he's being carried, but okay. People get so rude in this game. Oof, almost. Only one guy left. And there he is. And there he goes. I'm gonna try and Google Translate what been said real fast, but as said, let's see. Honestly, no idea. That was a very bad translate. But lovely little A's in the TVP there, Toby. Lovely also with the team so much alive. It can be difficult to dish out that much damage. Then. So let's see what else I've got a replay of my own to show you in this case. That doesn't happen very often. I noob in this game so much these days. It's really awful. And yes, I mean women can't drive and all, but in this case I've got massive health problems, and that includes massive concentration and focus problems. Which doesn't help when you want to play a tactical game. Luckily, I do not have to play in order to commentate. Let's see. In this case, I actually thought about going to base D, but then I saw that no one was actually going for base B, so I figured I'd just go and see what happens. And this Koda just standing there letting me shoot him, it was kind of funny. I should have aimed a little bit more forwards, to be honest, in order to kill him. But that was kind of nice. And then he was like pulling back and driving away, and I was like, that maybe mean that he's going to come the other way, and that makes me lose my last shot. Now I've got the base, so I need to not get shot by campers and all. So I'm kind of just reloading in peace before I decide what to do. And I know the AMX is there. I know the AMX is juicy, so I figured I'd shoot him instead. And see if I can clip him. And then he misses me by a mile, and I go and reload my clip again. Now he's not likely to make it there, but the standard B gets lit up. And he's just like roasting marshmallows over there. He's not even looking in this direction. So I just track him, which is a bit lucky to be fair, because I wasn't aiming for that. And he gets absolutely obliterated. And I go and reload my clip again. At the same time, I decide to go and steal base C from them, if I can. Because that can give us a big advantage. I do want to get that shot in though, but I do not. This defender though is so lucky, because I miss. And then I finally get a shot into him. But still, having 3 bases is a nice bit of assurance here. I just pull back because I do not want to be decapped. There's the Amex, and I actually hit him, but I do not do any damage, which is utterly useless. That shot was quite lucky, but hey, I'll take it. And it's 3 versus 3, but we have a lot of bases. And kind of need to make sure that I do not get shot in my bum, but my teammate is trying to deal with the Amex defender, who's running away. So first I want to back up to help him, and then I decide just to not. And the AMX defender arrives in my end, and this time I actually hit my shots, which is very helpful. So I lose quite a bit of HP to him, but that's okay. And then I decide to just activate my speed boost to catch him and ram him to death. So then it is 3 versus 2. I'm reloading my clip again. And I got quite a bit of HP. I got a full clip. I just need to make sure my shots count. So that happens. Him bouncing also helps. And at first I want to hit him, but then he shows me his side so perfectly that I just decide to kill him with APCR after all. Cheeky little game, but actually really enjoyed this tank. I think it was maybe like my second or third game in, I'm not sure. I was basically sort of grinding it because I had ×5, and I hate to spend my free XP all to get to the 210, so I might as well play a little bit. Let's see, what else have we got for you? I got tier 8 as well. I got like the whole new line, so I'm just going to go through it, and maybe I'll be able to show you all of them. Haven't driven this one myself yet. For obvious reasons, free XP and all. Well, not obvious reasons, but like, I'm lazy. I hate grinding. I hate having to play a tank. So I mostly just free XP new lines these days because I've got tons of free XP anyhow. I'm not the gold noob. I'm not the leader of the Gold Noob Association for nothing, really. So let's see. Mayo was like apologizing for the camera movements because he sniper modes a lot, which I found really funny because I do exactly the same. So it's more like man after my own heart. Let's see. There's a tank, but he's all the way in the spawn. Can't get shot from where they are. He isn't even AFK though. Why are you there? And where's the rest of them? There's one. Nice push you've got there. Would be a shame if you didn't have any targets. FCM has been taken out. I mean, I know the end results of this. I'm kind of like surprised that he's not even gotten a single shot in yet. There's a Sue giving him the evil eye. And Mayo's like, yeah, let's not do this like this. He kind of has to do something at some point though. Oof. Nice shot there. There we go. Trying to keep his Borsig friend alive. Kinda has to make a move though. This is like, Mayo, I adore you, but your gameplay is quite hesitant. And that's frustrating me. I'm much more of a YOLOer myself. Slowly but surely they're being taken out. Oh, hello. Yeah, that was... You couldn't avoid that, especially not with an Emil pushing you. There you go. Deserved. But there you go. Word to the wise, do not block your teammates. Ooh, that's juicy. If you can get that shot. And he does. And he does get that one as well. Overall, they are like definitely winning, but it's not exactly being handed to them. Enemy is ducking quite nicely. How is the TVP, he asks when we're in Turret and don't see one. Nice. Oof, that's a big hit, but there goes the Borsig, so that means that it's only the Chimera now. And he will reload before the Chimera does. There you go! Rather hesitant game. Enemy team sort of like digging in. But overall, nice one. 1273 base XP, 4.4k damage. And let's see, what else have we got? I got, of course, the T7. Like I said, I got like, in all the new tanks, got a nice ace replay. And this is from Pufferfish. Pufferfish actually, by the way, we play Minecraft. And it's actually great fun. But he's been like building giant pufferfish houses. It's amazing, it's really cool. But yeah, that kind of invoked a name change into this fantastic little creature. Because they are great fish. They're pretty cool. Again, this is one I haven't driven yet. But it gives us some replay to look at. Looks a lot like the T-3485 to be honest. Oof, that's a big hit. Or maybe T-1, no. One of the Russians. That was kind of lucky that that didn't hit. That's very low damage for the amount of reload that this thing has. I'm not really looking forward to this one. When I do end up playing it. Other annihilator moving. There goes the... Wow, that did no damage. Let's see. Oof. If you're taking a split second longer to take that shot, it would have worked out really well for you. Oof. They killed each other. Don't lose, he says. Easier said than done. Oh, why you have to be rude? There you go. Granger's in the house. Granger's out of the house, unfortunately. Skoda's not going to survive for much longer either. So now he has to be a lot more careful. He doesn't have that much HP left to lose. Especially not with so many enemy teams left. So many enemies, I should say. Potential Kodo ban off, but nope. Annihilated, dies split second after that. This could prove to be very, very tricky. Oh my god. 21 HP. No, you should have just gone ahead and stayed like behind him. That corpse there is actually perfect though. He's very careful now. And kind of has to be. He doesn't have the HP to not be careful. That was a bit of a lag issue, I think. But well done. Yeah, nice. But this doesn't look like a tank that I'll enjoy, to be honest. It's nah. The way it looks and the way it drives is okay, but it's just like not great. Which is, to be fair, it's a good thing because you don't want everyone to like have very OP tanks, but still. We got like 5 minutes left. I'm going to risk showing the last gameplay because then we've got like the whole line shown, whole new tank line shown at least. Let's have a look at Bob in the Skoda T25 without a camo by the looks of it. Look at look at the amount of them though. That's kind of bad. And to be fair, it doesn't look good, this. From what I saw, it can be shot in the face and everything. But Bob going towards the middle. Lighting some people up. And then having to be careful because there's a KV2 there. Let's see. That's a very YOLO going Skoda on the other side. He got murdered. There you go. But it is a KV2, so they do have to be careful. Oof. No, I don't think Bob's going to run. I mean, when you play this here, it will be pretty much seal clubbing, so it's okay. At the same time, I would be probably enjoying the Fury a lot more, and it earns more credits at that. See, there you go. Another one bites the dust, and he's not happy about it. And that's the end of the KV2, which is really what was needed. Again, this seems to be one of those things where like it will work out as long as you don't get shot at. Oof, I think he's having some lag issues there. He isn't driving very confidently in any case. There's one. Nope, can't shoot him. Unless he pulls back further, which he isn't. Oof, that's almost the end of him. And there you go, only one left. Yeah, I was just thinking, he was camping all the way over there. He drops down. Antigone, the fallen one. Antigonos, I should say. Oof. And that's the first damage he's actually taken. That works. And there we go. 4 kills, 2.3k damage. But he got some nice assisted damage as well. And perfectly in time to get ready for the next matchup at that. Not bad, not bad. I will probably not choose to not drive this much, but still. Oh, that's the notification of the pancake after, I think. There we go, that's what I was waiting for. Let's actually have a look at what happened on the other side. There we go. Because we still got plenty of time. EG won. But how much did they win? 3-1. Okay. Kind of like Akvar versus Appa. So that means that we have Veil versus Serenity and Kana versus Appa. And we're going to watch Kana versus Appa. And we're starting that off on Port Bay in about 4.5 minutes. So plenty of time left. And now we just have to wait. Appa is slowly starting to arrive as well. Vengeance kind of summed it up with the new line, they are all trash. Now, to be fair, I do like the T9. It can work out really well. I will need to try the other ones, but from what I've seen, I'm not impressed. But I think the T9 is nice. It's not OP or very strong, it's just nice, you know? Like a tank can be good, but it won't be great. That kind of stuff. So let's have a look. Kana almost completely readied up and there. And we still have just over 3 minutes left, so there's plenty of time. Not much to talk about in this case. But Kana has been holding their own as well. Even though this is the lower bracket, but still. 3 minutes left to go. And then we'll see the first match in this best of 5. Again, first team that reaches 3 victories will be through to the upper bracket. Well, the rest of the lower bracket, I should say. And the other team will be knocked out of the tournament. You can only afford to lose once, and both these teams have already lost once. So in that way, the pressure is on right now. Dun 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 dun. Two minutes, 15 seconds left to go. Appa now completely ready as well and present. And we see Kana taking 2 Kranwagens and E103 IS4s and 8 Vickers versus a potential 2 405B, 1 IS4, 2 E5s, a T22, 3 E5s, sorry, a T22 medium and a mouse. It's funny how some teams like lean towards more E5s and other lean towards more Kranwagens. Or in this case IS4s, because that's a lot more IS4s than I've seen so far. For a map like this though, they can work out really well. One and a half minute left to go, and then we go into the game. Tomorrow we have only one matchup left to go, and that will be God, I can't even brain anymore. The winner of this versus the winner of the other match. That's it. There we go. And then on Saturday we have the winners so far of the upper bracket versus the winner of the winner of the winner of this match. To make it confusing. And then on Saturday, of course, the grand finals. On Saturday, I mean. I think it's Sunday. I can't brain, honestly. I'm sorry. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Actually, I really like this. It's kind of nice to just go straight into double elimination. At the same time, I do think that first round robin is more fair, because it's less dependent on a bad day and more dependent on skill throughout a period of time. I do like that the stage is shorter though, because it's just there's so many tournament games. You can't really breathe for having a tournament. Like if you have full proper seasons now, and each season lasts about 2 months, that is like massive. You'd not have much time in between, so I'm I don't mind it that much. Lots of pancakes on corners, and I like that. Even if the avatar doesn't look as it should. I liked it. Pancake team. And let's go up and away. Corner focusing on the base A side. Whereas Appa doing the same thing. We have one Vickers heading towards base C. Covered by Kranwagens. But all of Appa is here, and that could prove to be very, very dangerous. If Kana decides to go for base A, and they seem to be doing that. They are careful though. Appa is standing behind the buildings over there, and that is everything to do. Let's see if I can show you. That the wall being broken won't show up yet. And that means that they won't be spotted. At the same time, now 2 of them has been spotted, as has Addicted. So they can kind of guess where they are. Ute. Crossfire happening. Matikota and Marcinek both losing a little bit of HP. Base A is being taken though. And it means that the Vickers is going straight for base C. The Kranwagens have rotated. Flankio is in trouble though. He's going to get absolutely obliterated unless he gets loads of help. And there is some crossfire happening. I'm trying to show you, but there's a stupid red line, and that means that I'm stuck. Flankio surviving for way longer than they probably thought he would. The rest of Karna arriving. Osil, oof, coffee on the ground, losing a lot of HP there. Big hit into Osil. Flankio is still alive, but it's coffee on the ground that goes out first. Mermaid Man having to be careful here. Flankio almost gone, but so is Masikota, and they both go down at the same time. It will be about the focus fire now. Milos has been taken out, and they need to call a target. They need to call a new target. They're going after Phoenix here. Lots of guns trained at the same position, at the same tank. But we have Masio going after Ute there. Seba is arriving. And Ventium is almost gone. Still alive, if barely. But now it's 3 versus 3. And as I said, it will be about the focus fire. One of them is in Mouth. Not having the DPM, but he does have the armor. Addicted, getting hit hard. But so is Seba. He gets taken out. Mermaid Man is going after Masio. Addicted and Ramio not necessarily going after the mouse. They are focusing Masio, which is a good call. Because if Addicted goes, it will still leave 2 healthy tanks versus Marcinek. And that means that the first match is definitely for Kana. And it's actually in this case, Flankio basically functioned as bait. And it worked out really well for them. Marcinek almost gone. And there he goes, Addicted. With only 16 HP left. Taking out the last tank. And the first game is for Kana. Relatively quick match, 3.5 minutes, and not that quick actually, just felt quicker. But basically one giant brawl. And I think Coffee on the Ground, it didn't function in the E100. He stood out in the open, I'm not gonna say not angled right, because these guys know how to angle, but more like getting shot too many times. And there's nothing he could do about it. So now we see Appa getting ready in a T22. 2 E5s, 3 mouse, and another T22 versus 2 E5s, 1 Kranwagen, a mouse, an Ice 4, and 2 T22 mediums. No real pressure just yet. It is a best of 5, so no match points to be had just yet. 1 minute left before we go into the game, and then we will see what's going to happen. Not much to say at this point. There we go, definitely ready now. Or not, maybe not. 3 mice is a lot of mice to take, and that can work out against you as well. Because you do have the armor, but you lack the speed to get anywhere. So we'll have to see how this goes. And how Kana's going to respond to that lineup. 15 seconds left to go before we go into the second match. Whoop, whoop. It's kind of like, I'm always getting really tired, especially since I've already done a CS stream before now, but it's just so great fun to watch, because for me it is like, yeah, I've said this before, it's the pinnacle of gameplay. This is what happens when you have a team with 7 players that coordinate and that talk on voice and talk tactics and all of that. And it can't get better than this. This is a 7-man team, basically. It's lovely. So let's go. Kana, a little bit undecided where they want to go. The mice are heading towards base C on Appa's side. With one of the mice and some more tanks heading towards the A and B area. Ramio is over there, probably expecting the mouse to pop up at some point. So he's already gone into his side scraping position and he's ready for that mouse to pop out, except that he's now already rotating with Osiol and Marcinek both being spotted. He fires a shot. Matsikota losing a little bit of HP. Base A is being kept. And we see some shots going into the mice here. Coffee on the ground. Going into the base to cap it. Mermaid Man going around. They're not looking to cap fast. The thing is that if you cap with multiple people, they also know that multiple people are there. The mice both get spotted. Uta over there. Mermaid Man pulling back. Nice shot into Matsikota. And the mice are holding. And that's nice. They're now caught in a crossfire. With Uta on one side and Ramio on the other side. And there's not much they can do about it. That missed though. But it's sort of steadily eating away HP of the mice. While the rest of Appa is rotating around. And now they're responding, and this should be like a cue for corner as well. Because if the mouse are moving, that means that there's other tanks going to be there as well. Mermaid Man and Ute in the corner. Ute losing his first bit of HP, getting shot at even more. Base B being taken by Marcinek. A very healthy mouse. He does lose some HP though. Coffee on the ground is there to take some shots at the mouse. And Appa is arriving on force. T-22s are running away. Coffee on the ground has to be careful. Basically, Appa rotating around like this means that they're giving up Marcinek. And there's not much they can do about it. Base B is being capped, has been capped. Base C is being stolen. Marcinek. Oof. Getting to survive one more round. And we have Appa rotating. Flankio losing some HP. And some more. Milos arriving at the back there. But now Milos is... Oh, no, he's pushing, but Flankio is responding well. Base A is being stolen. It is a very rotaty game, this. Mermaid Man is not looking too healthy. He's going to get taken out. But Osio is not going to be that far behind. Flankio has to be careful because he's now alone. There goes Osio. Masikota and Addicted are the next... Oh, that was Masikota. Never mind. Base B is being stolen again. Or not. Base C is being stolen in A. This... I like this though. It is so juicy, this. Milos. Mouse arriving. Ute getting taken out. Seba losing more HP. We have E5 in base B. He's being set upon by loads of tanks here. Addicted is losing a bit more HP. But Milos is not going to survive this. Flankio, however, is probably also not going to survive this. Bob Milos gets taken out first. And that shot went very wide. Coffee on the ground is going after Seba. Flankio has been taken out. Masio taking massive hits here. There goes Seba. Base B is being stolen again. There goes Masio, and we're at 1k points for Ghana, and they got the second game as well. But what a lovely game this was! Absolutely love it. Just the way that they were just like going around capping bases, going around capping bases, and going around capping bases. I think if Appa had pushed more aggressively, it would have worked out better for them. Mermaid Man actually did no damage whatsoever, but his team won gloriously here. Very lovely game. That's the second game. I really like it. And now we have a potential match point for Ghana. If they win the next match, and this match will be on Fort Despair, then they win this matchup and are through to the rest of the lower bracket. Appa now taking 2 mice and 4 ice fours and a Kranwagen versus 3 E5s, 2 Kranwagens and 2 mice. Unless Ramio changes it. No, he doesn't. 1 minute left to go before we go into the third match of this best of 5. Anything can still happen. But so far, the most beautiful gameplay I've seen is that rotation of the autoloaders by Akvar. That was fantastic. But also just this game just now as a whole. I mean, I understand that it will be very stressful for the teams, but just viewing it, being able to commentate it, that's just lovely. 34 seconds left to go before we go into the match. Boop, boop. That's kind of like, I've seen that a lot though, to be honest, the boop boop stuff. Well, I do enjoy this. I don't have anything useful to say at this moment, so I'm just basically just babbling away, but still. If we see this kind of quality gameplay for the rest of the tournament, I will be very happy. Countdown clock is here. 5 seconds left to go before we go into the match. And here we go. Let's see. I'm really loving the pancake theme. Massive kudos to that. And there's my poor twister tank that's going to be blown up. There we go. And let's see. When Appa was last handed a map like this, and I'm of course referring to main rooms, they got back quite nicely. So we'll have to see how this is going to go. They are all going together though, and all heading towards the A and B area. Whereas Corner is way more split up. They're not going to spot anyone there because no one is there. But that means that Ventium and Addicted might be in trouble. I think they're expecting people to actually be in the corner though. Masikota has been spotted. Takes a shot. He's not the only one that's spotted though, so I think that's kind of like a clue for Corner that they're there. Masikota moving in. Losing more HP. Base B is being taken, base A is being capped. Shots are being aimed at Ventium. They do get the base, but they've lost quite a bit of HP doing it. And now they're getting out of there. Now they've capped 2 bases. Losing more HP as they go. Corner, having rotated around, is now basically arriving. Flankio in a bit of a bad position here. That's not where you want to be, but the Black Star is behind him. And the rest of Corner is going around. And this could be a giant pincer movement. Appa will have to stay alive in order to make this work, and that could be very tricky. E5's arriving at the back. Milos is flanking around. Masikota losing more HP and being taken out. And that's the first tank to go. Kranwagen is arriving. Now Appa is pushing on force. Let's see if we can get behind there. Mermaid Man not looking too healthy. He's not going to live for much longer. And there he goes. Martinek still alive, but there he goes. Base B is being stolen. I'm not sure much. It's like more of security than anything else. Flankio has been taken out. OCO is the... They're basically shooting different targets now. That's not a good thing. Phoenix is the preferred target though. OCO is still alive, if barely. We have 2 mice side-hugging each other, both focusing on different tanks. They're keeping Ramio safe. There goes OCO. And this is definitely a very decisive match in Corner's favor. And I think had Appa actually pushed here, it might have been different. But the way that they did not has actually cost them the game here, because it allowed Corner to react and basically wrap around them. Appa gave them the full ability to make that pincer movement, to get behind them and basically all around them. And now we only have Seba left. And that's the only tank here. And Appa is knocked out of the tournament. And there he goes. Turret going off in a short silent salute. Very well played by Corner. Very quick thinking as well. Very clever gameplay. Loved it. Really well played. Both teams, to be fair. In this case, I think in the last match, Appa just messed up. They went to take base A, which on its own wasn't a bad move, but they lost so much HP doing that. They knew that there were tanks there. They didn't push them. And then they pulled back into a giant cluster, and Carnage could just wrap around. So yeah, that was over pretty quickly. Let's have a look how it's gone on the other side with Vil. They got murdered by Serenity here. Serenity 3-0, and that means that Vil and Appa are both gone, and the top 4 is Akvar, EG, Corner and Serenity. So that means that tomorrow, I believe, we get, this match. Kana versus Serenity. And then on Saturday, we start with Akvar versus EG, and then the loser of that versus the winner of Kana versus Serenity. And then the winner of that match goes to the grand final to face the last team. It's always confusing, the double elimination, but still. All the same, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I definitely did. Lovely gameplay all around. And that's it for me tonight. I will be back tomorrow. And yeah, that's it for now. I will be streaming RU and EU again tomorrow, so be sure to tune in. It's great fun to watch RU play. Very different from what we see on the EU server. Very aggressive gameplay overall. And again, massive kudos definitely to all the teams, but especially to Kana for that lovely pincer movement. The all-around, run-around second match that we saw during the matchup together with Appa. And a special kudos to Akvar for that beautiful rotation of the autoloaders, because that was bloody fantastic. And for me, that's so far, yeah, pretty much the moment of the tournament, because that was such clever thinking, such forward thinking, really. I'm assuming that it was a conscious decision, that is, to be fair, but it really looked like it. So thank you all for tuning in, and I'll be seeing you all tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye-bye.